1-800-LINZESS. Sponsored by AbbVie and Ironwood Pharmaceuticals.
As immigration officials are
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the Clubhouse on 1490 AM, 105.5 FM, WGCH.com. Welcome aboard. I'm Rob Adams. So nice to talk to you as the final day of March. And this is not an April Fool's joke because it's March 31st. Here is my partner of all these many years, Mark Jeffers.
Well, you know, Rob, the first quarter of the year is gone. Oh, please, really, thank you very much.
You needed that applause.
I did. The first quarter is gone. I can't believe it. I'm happy. I think we're all, I think the world is getting closer, or at least the United States getting closer to normal, and that's really good.
I hope so.
And I see that we're a radio show. I keep forgetting that we're on Zoom, but I know that Dave Romeo has a whole new microphone set up.
I am so jealous.
Which he'll sound one more wonderful knowledge. Dave, how are you, my friend?
Hello, my friend, Mark Jeffers, Rob Adams, Bob Small. Hello, friends.
Hello, friends. Hello, Jim Nance.
And what a show we've got for tonight. I know, once again, we have Joe Egan from the Chief Entertainment Officer, which, by the way, that's going to be my new title.
I like that.
At Forged Iron Golf in Mount Kisco, and Denise Austin, who my wife, I'm going to actually get in shape someday when we talk to her. So anyway, there's going to be a great show. David, what's new in our friends in Manhattanville?
Well, I'm going to tell you a different story tonight about Manhattanville College, okay? Years ago, I interviewed a young man to come into the program, the Sport Management Master's program. He was very interested and he was accepted, and he was going to start the program, but suddenly got a call from the New York Yankees. His name is Dan Fiorito, and he's now the manager of the Hudson Valley Renegades.
Woo-hoo! You know what? That's going to be a topic for us later. I know that put up his middle finger, so it must mean we're going close to a break. But
about 45 seconds. You're okay. It was not my middle finger.
So Rob, Dave, that's great. So Rob, give me 30 seconds. Are we going to have fans? Are we in?
We're in. We are getting set. The Renegades just held a little presser with little Q&A with the new manager. There is a lot to consider still, so we can keep talking about that as the show goes along if time allows. But yes, there will be baseball at Dutchess Stadium beginning on May 11th. We take a break on that note. We'll come right back with more on 1490 AM and 105.5 FM and WGCH.com.
David, you can bring him in.
I can I?
You can, please.
Man,
okay, we're good.
Okay.
Joe.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
I'm well, thank you. I've got Dave, Bob, and Rob. This is Joe.
Hey, guys, how are you?
Good.
Hey, Joe.
Pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
So, Joe, we're going to go over, basically promoting the place. May I ask you a master's question just for fun?
Sure.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
You got it. Probably around 10 minutes for the.
Okay, perfect.
Is that cool?
That's super. I budgeted 11, so we're okay.
You've seen our show before then.
All right, 10 seconds.
Dynamic, upbeat guest. Check it out.
That is heard at her new time at 11 till noon every Monday through Friday on 1490 WGCH.
Welcome back to the Clubhouse on this Thursday, March 31st. Rob, Dave, Mark, Bob, and we bring in a guest. Mark, off to you.
Well, you know what? I've been bugging Joe for a while now because I saw that he's opening this brand new, very cool place. So it's my real honor to introduce Joe Egan, a Chief Entertainment Officer at Forged Iron Golf in Mount Kisco. Welcome to the Clubhouse. How are you, Joe?
Doing great. I appreciate you having me. Thank you very much.
And COVID's okay with your family? Everything is good?
We are. I hope everyone there as well also.
All right, so you need to tell our audience a little bit about this really cool golf center in Mount Kisco.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity, and it's just about this time last year that I realized that I was tired of having playing some of my best golf in October and November, and then trying to hold on to it into the spring. And I decided that I wanted to have an indoor facility where people can come and play year round. And I almost accidentally found Mount Kisco, but I'm just thrilled about it because the space is phenomenal. And we've put 7 TrackMan simulators into a 5,000 square foot space. So there's a lot of room and 7 bays for people to come in, and just had some guys walk out, finishing some lessons, working on their game. And it's going exactly the way I hoped it would.
I got to tell you, Joe, you got 4 guys here that we won't break your place, but we'd love to try it out because you know what, we're not good golfers, but although Rob Adams thinks he is.
Okay.
Tell our audience a little bit about what is the TrackMan launch monitors. Give us a little bit of feel for that.
Okay, so TrackMan, there are a handful of launch monitors out in the market right now, and TrackMan is undoubtedly the best. And I'm only saying that I own TrackMan. I'm not a stockholder. I didn't develop it either. But when I look at PGA Tour events and I look at the practice range, and I see every guy on tour with a TrackMan behind him getting ready to go out there and play for a living and try and make money that weekend. When I did my research and had to decide where I was going to spend my money, TrackMan became just an obvious answer. So between their accuracy, and the guys at TrackMan have done an unbelievable job building not just practice ranges and target ranges with incredible feedback, including, you know, the club, the angle your club is coming in, the attack angle. You can almost kind of self-coach and make some small corrections based on the data they give you. But they also have a number of fun games that the kids like to play, but so do the adults. And they have a list of about 90 courses from around the world, and famous courses too, like St. Andrews and Muirfield, and some local ones like Sabonic and Liberty National, even Hudson National. So had a handful of guys from Hudson National come in and work on their game on their own course over the winter.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really impressive. I didn't build it. I just bought it, but TrackMan is really impressive.
Are they public?
I don't know. That wasn't something I concerned myself with, to be honest with you.
You may not be concerned, Joe, but you know.
Yeah, this may be a conversation for the CNBC guys. I don't know if they are.
I'll look it up.
If they're public. They're
They're
based
taking notes right now, Joe, to make an investment. So
yeah, they really are something, and it may be the first company I've worked with in a long time that under promised and over delivered.
I see you have a Titleist fitting day coming up. Tell us about that. That's kind of sounds cool.
It really is, and I'm glad we were able to do that because Tom Blumenthal is someone I worked with a little bit last summer, and Tom is one of Titleist's white glove fitters, meaning he goes out and does the fitting for tour pros. So there were a couple times last summer where Tom disappointed me a little, telling me last minute he wasn't going to be able to work the next day. But what he was doing was flying down to North Carolina to do a fitting with Jordan Spieth and Keegan Bradley. So it seemed to trump what I was doing, unfortunately. So I had to be understanding. And because of our relationship, Tom's coming in on the 18th to do a fitting for guys that they're probably not going to get a lot of other places.
Wow, that's pretty fantastic.
It really is. I mean, I signed up for a half an hour. I know.
I don't.
All right. So we have, in our audience, we have lots of golfers, and they'd be probably very interested. Give us exactly when you walk in the place. Give us how does that work?
So you walk in, and ideally, although we've had a few walk-ins today because we had a couple bays open, fortunately, but you walk in. Ideally, you have a reservation. We'll set you up in one of the bays. And a lot of guys now have been repeat customers, so they set up an ID or a profile in mytrackman.com. We get them set up, ask them what they want to do, what they're trying to accomplish that day, what the goal is, and then we know whether we're setting them up on the driving range, the target range, or taking them right onto a course because they are itching to play golf that day.
Now, on your website, I know you've just opened up, but tell our audience about what's coming up in the future, because there's some really cool stuff coming up in your plans.
I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. We are hoping to get our liquor license soon. And once we do, we'll, assuming if we get everything we applied for, we'll have a full service bar. We're going to put in a little practice putting green from the same turf company that has the turf inside all the bays. We've got a couple clinics, and we have a couple pros teaching here already, but we have a couple clinics going on for juniors and for some of the ladies in town that are becoming real golf fans and like it, but aren't super comfortable being on the golf course yet. So we're going to put them in an environment where they can be really comfortable, hit some balls, hit some good ones, hit some ones they aren't quite as happy with, but be in a place where they can just hit the mulligan button, and we can try it again until they're comfortable and want to get out on the course themselves.
That's us, the mulligan button.
Oh yeah, that's
We
my
need a lot
favorite
of
button
mulligan
too.
buttons.
Yeah.
That's the greatest word in golf, right?
Yes, I'm petitioning the USGA for a mulligan button outside. Clearly they're thinking about it because they haven't responded to me yet.
We're all obviously familiar with Mount Kisco. It's a great area. Give us an idea of where you are in Mount Kisco.
So we are just off the Sawmill on exit 37 on the Sawmill, Kisco Ave. So if you take you get on Kisco Ave going down toward the car dealerships, we are tucked in there right between BMW and who's the guy next door? Tesla.
I know. Yeah. Oh yeah. There you go.
Right.
That's a good area.
It's a great area. I'm thrilled about it, and I was able to get plenty of space so that we can have 7 bays in here. Everybody has room to hit. They have room to step outside the bay, feel comfortable, and not be all over each other.
Joe, tell our audience a little bit where they get more information online.
So forgedironGolf.com is our website, and it will tell you about upcoming leagues in the fall. It'll tell you about the fitting day that you mentioned, and some of the other things that we have going on, including pricing. And we just added today our spring training value packages, so people can buy packages of 5, 10, 20 hours of bay time at even over 15% off. So I think people are really getting ready for these next this next golf season. If it's anything like last year, it's going to be very, very busy.
All right, Joe, before we let you go, and I warned you this in the pre-production meeting. So what do you think about them upcoming Masters? If you had to make a pick, because, you know, in the clubhouse, we always like to make our predictions. So who do you like coming up in the Masters?
Strangely, right now, and I've never been into this, but I just sent a tweet on Instagram the other day. I saw something. Jordan Spieth right now is getting the most money.
Huh.
He is getting the most money. He's not getting my money necessarily, but right now he's getting the most money out there in Nevada. And I would say he will be in contention on Sunday, but I actually think if Dustin Johnson's healthy, he is the guy to beat.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Joe, thank you so much for joining us on the clubhouse, and good luck with everything.
All right. I appreciate it, guys. And I can't wait to see you.
Thank you, Joe. As we get ready to wrap this segment up, still to come tonight, Denise Austin, and we look forward to carrying on. And I'm looking forward to going and hitting some golf balls. So, got to get back into that. I am not a good golfer. I was on mute when Mark said that. We'll take a break. We'll come back. My game will get better somehow. The clubhouse continues after this. 1490 AM, 105.5 FM, WGCH.com. We'll be right back.
Good luck, Joe. Great job, man.
All right. Thank you. And
Thanks, Joe.
yeah, guys, come on down.
Yeah.
Let me give you guys an hour and work on your game. Just check it out. I think you guys will have a little fun.
Sounds great.
Joe, appreciate
Love
it,
to
man.
do it. Appreciate
Awesome.
it.
Have a
All
great
right.
night.
Looking forward to meeting you guys. Thank you.
Same here.
Man.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Good guy.
Very good. Very good. Excited.
So 1 for 1 in guests tonight.
Yes, sir.
You know how much pressure I'm under every day of my life. Hey, clubhouse next. All you have to do, I got to send this to you, Rob. Although there's been an update on the Splash Car Wash.
Oh,
I have your tickets.
Woohoo!
Oh,
Those are like gold now, baby. Not even. Oh, by the way, TrackMan is private, and they also have baseball, and they're also hiring.
Ooh.
To the website.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
TH.
Yep.
Welcome back to the Clubhouse. I've heard rumor that we're going to strike up the band already.
Well, we are, but first.
Yes.
And I keep forgetting to send this to you, and I will do it
You
next
do
week.
a good
next
job
week's
with
show.
it. You do a very good job
However,
with it.
No, guys, spring is here. You know, it's hard to believe. And your car finish needs help. Splash Car Wash to the rescue. They have wash and detail services designed to remove salt, sand, and dirt from your car and get it looking great again. Their detail services can help restore that faded finish. Out here, construction on their new Oil Change Plus and self-service vacuum farm. I often want a farm like that. Free for their exterior customers. It's going to be great. So, and there's one more thing to talk about. The Splash Unlimited Club. Wash your car as much as you want for one low monthly price. This is perfect for spring and pollen season where your car will be continually coated in green. The Unlimited Club lets you wash when you want and save money. That's unlimited washing at the best car wash around, Splash, located at 570 North Bedford Road in Bedford Hills.
Outstanding.
Yes, very
You
good.
know what? I want to be like Rob whenever I can. So thank you. All right, so we
I
can
thought it
strike
was
up
great.
the band, or we can talk more about Hudson Renegade. We can do whatever. Let's strike up the band, Bob.
Strike up the band.
All right.
Dun, 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 dun.
And everybody for
So, Bob, I still wonder where those three fans you got that were doing that. Were they outside of Greenwich one time and you said, "Come here, folks"? All right. Thanks, Rob and Bob and Dave, and welcome to the Clubhouse Report. March Madness is down to the Final Four. Gonzaga,
Yes, it is.
Baylor, Houston, and UCLA. Who do we like?
You know, it's too easy to pick Gonzaga, and I'm going to pick Gonzaga. They've just been fantastic. This is one of the best teams I have seen top to bottom, and I've watched a lot of college basketball.
Rob, I'm going to have to say you're 100% correct. I mean, this is one of the best college basketball teams I've ever seen.
Now, the one thing they've got going against them is one of the other really great teams I've ever seen is Baylor.
Yeah.
But I just don't think Baylor can, anything can happen any given day. That's the thing. It's one game, but this Gonzaga,
and
team,
we've seen the one game with UNLV with Villanova, right? So we know anything can happen. So
yeah.
All right, Bob Small.
I just want to ask Dave, is that the turkey killer behind you? That we hear horn blowing?
I have a train crossing right behind my house. Yeah.
And you've heard of the turkey killer, right? This was the New Canaan Run train.
Yes, this is a New Canaan Run, yeah.
That apparently, historically, it nailed some turkeys many years ago.
I've seen turkeys. I've taken this train, and I know where the turkeys are. Other than on the screen here today before me, I have seen. I don't know. Maybe they're aiming for them, Bob. I don't know.
That was smooth, Dave.
That was good.
Very nice. All right.
Very nice.
Remember to mute his Bob. Remember to mute his mic whenever possible.
Yes.
I can't.
I'm going to go with. Ready for this? Ready? Write this down, somebody.
Okay.
I'm going with Houston.
Ooh.
And we all know
not a bad
why.
call. Not a bad call.
Because they beat Syracuse.
Well,
on the women's side, it's UConn, Arizona, Stanford, and South Carolina. And you know what? I'm rooting for our friends in UConn, right?
Thank you.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean, I guess. Yeah. Yeah.
Why not?
Happy opening day eve.
Woo!
Just love saying that. The Bronx Bombers open tomorrow against Toronto at the stadium where 10,850 fans can attend, which I'm excited about that. Garrett Cole's on the hill for the Yankees with a 105 first pitch. The New York Mets travel to Washington to face the Nationals with our potential. I'm going to talk about Dave about this. Mr. DeGrom starting with a 709 first.
Yeah.
I have to ask you, Dave, because he's starting tomorrow. Is he the best Mets pitcher ever?
No,
It's still Seaver. Got to be.
still Seaver.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
still
But
Seaver.
he's young. Okay.
Not saying in 10 years I might change my mind, but right now Tom Seaver is the franchise.
All right, so Rob, what do you think about the Yanks tomorrow, or in general?
I think the Yankees just they have two questions: health and pitching. I think the offense will hold up. I think otherwise they can have a really good year. I think right now, and it's silly to pick, but right now you're looking probably Yanks Dodgers all the way down the road.
All right.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
We had a good idea. It was coming. But yesterday, it became official. The NFL will move to a 17-game regular season, starting with a 2021-22 campaign. NFL owners ratified the change yesterday, marking the first time the league has significantly altered the regular season schedule format since 1978. I personally am happy for it.
Now, does this mean they're going to start sooner or they're going to end later?
They're going to end later. They're going to end the second week in February. The Super Bowl will be. And there are only going to be 3 preseason games.
Right.
See, Bob, the goal, Bob, is to get the Super Bowl on the day before because that President's Day, people have a holiday. People probably take it off anyway because they're all hungover. So,
not our audience, Dave.
No,
but President Company excluded.
No.
Of course.
Pardon me while I have a sip.
Yeah, all of us. Look
all right, over on the courts.
Over
New
where?
York Knicks are on the road tonight to face Minnesota with an 8 o'clock start, and the Brooklyn Nets host Houston at Barclays Center with a 7:30 tip-off. You know what? I'm telling you right now, the Knicks are going to win a playoff game.
One game?
Well, I'm not going series yet, but I think that they're playing okay.
They've taken really big steps. I don't want to overdo it, but they are they are on the right path. It's a good thing.
I'll tell you what the Knicks have done for me. They've actually got me interested again in the NBA product.
There you go.
And that's because for me, over the years, it's like the NBA is just because the Knicks have been so bad, probably, but it's gotten me interested in paying attention again because the Knicks actually, are actually kind of fun to watch or to think about again.
I agree.
See, Rob, we're in sync here. Okay, over on with the modified NBA season scheduled to run deep into July, the league has announced that the 2021 draft will be held July 29th. Onto the ice. In NHL action, the New York Rangers scored 4 times in the third period to defeat the Washington Capitals 5-2 last night. The Rangers travel to Buffalo tomorrow night to battle the Sabres with a 7 o'clock start. Dave's New York Islanders host Washington tomorrow night with a 7 o'clock faceoff, and the New Jersey Devils host the same Capitals. They're going to be exhausted from all this travel. On Friday at the Rock at a 7 o'clock start. Dave, your Islanders, are you happy or things are going well?
I think they still. Lee is out for the season again. I was happy to see the Rangers beat the Capitals last night. I'm not a Capitals guy at the end of the day, but I do have a question for Rob. Was that cat the same cat in 1969 who ran in front of the Cubs dugout that you're holding? I'm talking a black cat. And
This is the exact cat that ran in front of the dugout that night.
Go. Okay.
Yes, it is.
The cat has
And
more
of
than
course,
9 lives.
remember, this is radio.
Well,
It is radio.
I did the play-by-play, right?
I know.
He
I
did.
just have to say those things.
Did a good job.
All right, the U.S.
Rascal,
Bob's
put a hex on
the U.S.
Mark.
men's soccer team will miss its 3rd straight Olympic Games as they lost to Honduras 2-1 in a qualification game. Over on the racetrack, or should I say the dirt track, Joey Logano took the lead with 57 laps to go, survived a restart in overtime, and went on to win Monday's weather-delayed NASCAR Cup Series Food City Dirt Race in Bristol, Tennessee. Billy Horschel had just enough left in the tank to win the Dell Technologies match play in Austin, with plenty of help from Scotty Scheffler and a sloppy end to a very long week in golf. And that, my friends, wraps it up for this week's Clubhouse Report. Rob, back to you.
Wraps School was impressed. Everyone was impressed. Outstanding. Just an outstanding Clubhouse report tonight for Jeffers. Oh my God.
Now
Mark, I
we
can't
had to go to
handle it.
commercial break before you start.
I know we
oohing
did.
and eyeing, even though I know she's on the Zoom, but remember, this is a radio show. My gosh.
It is a radio show.
All that energy.
I'm vaguely familiar with this radio concept, but you're right. We've got 2 minutes before we go to break, Mark.
Oh, 2 minutes. Wow.
Oh, then we're ahead of the game. Well, that's good. Well, we'll just promote Denise because she's going to be coming up in the next segment. And
she's going to hear whatever
I've
you
written
say.
a lovely introduction, so I don't want to waste that. So let's go back in the
Yes.
sports world for a
Yes.
second.
Okay.
David,
Yes.
your thoughts on it's coming up with this? The Sam Darnold thing is still fascinating me. I have to need more about this.
Yeah, look, I think that whoever the Jets ticket number 2 is going to be a bust. So because that's just the Jets' luck. They have choices, and it seems to me like look, the kid Zach Wilson put on a show. He seems great. Fields looks great, but I think the number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence, is going to be the only guy who you can really kind of lock in and say this kid's going to be long-term successful. I don't know what they're thinking. I'd like to tell you.
Well, I was very happy. I was very happy with the Giants this season. Their pickups, Rob, you agree? I think we're putting our money on Daniel Jones, but you know what? I think we'll be okay.
I hope so. He turns the ball over too much for my liking, but I hope you're right that the Giants are making the right move with him.
Coming out of the break, and I'm
Yes, sir.
I don't want to, but Denise Austin is going to be on, and it's such a great honor to have her on the show. And I've already, by the way, I've never worked out so much in my life in other words, we do preparation for the show, right, guys? Okay, do some notes.
Oh, yeah.
My wife Sarah had me doing exercises for the show, so I'm exhausted just getting ready to do the interview.
And Denise will join us right after this on the Clubhouse. We'll continue.
Greg met his mother.
We have to rename Denise because you don't look like a Jeff. We got to get that.
I know. Sorry. I don't know how to get rid of it. My husband and I share the computer.
I'm going to fix that for you.
You have to bring Jeff in for a quick hello, then. That's going to be it. Denise, thank you so much for joining. I get a little intro, and then we're off and running.
Okay. How long do I have?
You've got 20 minutes probably if you want, or 15, whatever, if we have a break in between. So if you want to.
Oh, I love to stay on. I've got time.
Okay.
Awesome.
Love it.
Yeah.
You are so fun.
I'm home.
Me too. We're all home.
We all got time.
Hi, Mark, Dave, Bob, and Rob.
I'm lucky I get the little names up there.
That's true.
Yes.
I changed your name, Denise, because
But the other one was tossed salad.
Oh, yeah.
1490 and FM 105.5 WGCH.
Welcome back to the Clubhouse. Pretty exciting edition tonight. And look, we've had all kinds of great guests over all the years. Mark, I have to admit, when I saw that the producers booked this one, I was pretty excited. I have to admit that.
Well, you know what? So was I. But I want to give a proper introduction. So, a renowned fitness expert, author, and columnist for 40 years, Denise Austin is a champion for folks who aspire to be healthy, active, and vital at every stage of life. Denise's trademark zest for life, positive outlook, and great attitude have endeared her to millions of fans across the country and helped make her a leader in the fitness industry. It is my great pleasure to introduce Denise Austin. Welcome to the Clubhouse, Denise.
Thanks, you guys, for having me. I love sports.
There you go. See? All right. So first of all, this is a disclaimer. I have to thank you because my wife Sarah and the guys know Sarah very well, mostly Sarah, have joined your website as we get in shape for my daughter Amanda's wedding later this year.
Oh, exciting! Oh, that's awesome. It's always good to have a goal.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, all right. So Denise, tell our audience, how did you get started in this world of making folks feel better?
Well, I first started, you guys, 40 years ago on the Jack LaLanne TV show.
Oh my goodness.
He gave me my first start on TV.
God.
And we stayed great friends ever since until the day he passed. And I was able and honored to speak at his celebration of life. First, Arnold Schwarzenegger spoke, then Lou Ferrigno, the Incredible Hulk, and then me. So, it was a great honor. And Jack and I stayed great friends for over 30 years. And he was an awesome mentor for me and an incredible human being.
That's awesome.
You got to tell our audience. You've written and done. You've sold 24 million exercise videos, published 12 books, hosted the longest running fitness show in TV history. How do you do that, Denise? How do you have the time in the day?
Well, I love what I do. I graduated. I was a gymnast on an athletic scholarship at Arizona, got my degree in exercise physiology, and just started working the second I, graduated, and never stopped. I love it. I love to spread the message and exercise. You got to do it. So just wake up, get it in. I only work out 30 minutes, but I do it most every single day. And it makes you feel good. And you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have good health, you have nothing. So fitness, eating right, exercise, a good attitude, it all plays a key role in your overall feeling about yourself and your energy level. And I exercise to have energy.
And you have
it. Well, thank you, Dave.
Guess it works.
So I've tested, and by the way, not only exercise, but you also have these lovely, I've tried these Ever Better Bites.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
I'm so
excited. And the Rejuvenate. No, tell us about Rejuvenate, because both of those are there's great things besides exercise, which I know is important. And we're going into the nutrition part later, but these are great snacks.
Well, I'm always looking for a really good snack because my whole family, we love to snack. And I would go to the stores and either things were a little too chalky or not taste good. So my daughter and I have been working for 2 years on, kind of discovering a really good taste, but have health benefits too. So we came up with Ever Better Bites. They're gluten-free. They're delicious. They have protein, probiotics, keto friendly, low in sugar, and they taste great. So I've got brownie bliss, double chocolate delight, peanut butter, and then we also got a pumpkin spice bliss that's delicious. Everyone loves it too.
Okay.
The bags look a little small in my concern, but
don't worry, you get about 17 little bites in there, like mini cookies. They're delicious.
All right, so Bob, you would like this workout, which I've done, Denise, by the way. Because one of the things that Denise always is the fast and fit 5-minute morning workout.
Yes, because I'm a big believer in getting up in the morning and get it in. So I created a 5-minute routine, a morning stretch routine that everyone can do, no matter if they haven't exercised in years. It gets kind of the blood circulated, gets you going, but it's also great for a mindset because you want to kind of get your mindset to say, I'm going to feel good today. I'm going to feel like I'm going to eat better. I'm going to move more. And we all need that little extra motivation. And 5 minutes in the morning really kind of gives you the right start for the day.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've been doing something like that myself. I find a piece of time right after, as I'm preparing my breakfast, I'm waiting for the machinery to heat it up. Oh, that's when I start pulling on my elastic bands. And
good, Bob. I love it. Well, you can even do push-ups up against a kitchen countertop while you're waiting for your, coffee to brew. You could be doing leg squats in the kitchen while you're waiting for your toast to pop up. Did you know your muscles don't know if you're in the fancy gym or in your kitchen? Right. Muscles work miracles on your metabolism. Here's a great exercise for all of us to do while you're sitting or standing. It tightens the tummy. So pull your abs in, zip up your abs and engage your tummy muscles for 5 seconds. Tight, 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 tight. And that is equal to 1 sit-up. So you could be in the car, you could be with us today, you could be anytime, anywhere doing isometric exercises because they work. They really help to strengthen our 640 muscles. Then you can do it with your tushy. Squeeze your butt. If you don't squeeze it, no one else will. I love that line. I've been saying it for 30 years.
You know, Denise, to that point, I remember you telling Don Imus those exact things years ago about the tightening of the stomach. And I started doing that because I'd be listening in the car. And I remember you saying that. And I went, that's the easiest thing to do. So I'll sit in the car and do that.
Good. And they really work. You can work all the muscles of the body, tighten up through the quadriceps. If you straighten out your leg, and if you're sitting, it really burns your thigh muscles. It helps create a healthier knee. Also, one of the best things is good posture. Good posture is the key to a flat tummy. If you're slouching, your tummy has nowhere else to go but pooch out. But if you sit up tall, so always think about good posture and then pull in the abs, almost like you're tightening up a pair of jeans. That way you really feel the control in your abdominals creates a healthier spine. Your spine is your lifeline, so keep it healthy, keep it strong.
My body's already aching from just.
Come on, Dave.
Come on, Dave.
I have to say, Denise, obviously we did our homework and we, obviously there's a lot of information there out there about you. And obviously this is a radio show, but we're doing a Zoom. And if somebody told me you were half the age that you are, I would say, yeah, I mean, you're amazing. You really are.
Thank you. And I'm all natural. I haven't even had Botox yet or any fillers, nothing. So it does work.
Yeah, well, tell us about your family. You mentioned a daughter. I mean, tell us about your family.
Yes, well, I'm married to Jeff Austin. You guys might remember Jeff is his sister's Tracy Austin. She won the U.S. Open 2 times.
Oh, okay.
Still the youngest player in the history of tennis to win at age 16, youngest ever. And but Jeff played professional tennis also and got his law degree at UCLA undergrad and law school. And now he is Stephen Curry's agent. He was David Robinson's. He was Del Curry's. He has Giannis. So he is a NBA, sports attorney. And we've been happily married for 36 years. We have 2 daughters. And my oldest daughter is in the music industry. She played lacrosse at University of Virginia, very good athlete. And then my second daughter's following in my fitness footsteps, Katie Austin. And she also played lacrosse in college. And so she got her degree. And ever since she graduated from school, she said, Mom, I love what you do. Let's do things together, mother-daughter workouts. And so she is on her own right now doing her own Instagram. Now it's so different.
Yeah, just a quick follow-up, because we always know you as Denise Austin. So obviously you just said 36 years, but what was your maiden name?
You're gonna laugh. Catnich.
I would never laugh.
Denise Catnich. So I've been.
It's a good thing you married Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. Better last name.
Denise Austin is really, that's a good.
All right, so hold on. So I got one for you. You have a daughter, Katie. I have a daughter, Katie.
Great.
And the thing is, we've both done exercise together, but somehow when Katie and I do the same exercise, then when you and your Katie do it, it's not the same.
Oh, I know. Well, she does, she designed her own app. She has a fitness app that is for young girls. And my stuff is more for women and guys over 50, because I'm 64 now. And I kind of have developed a whole routine for all of us who, as soon as we hit 50, there's things we need to work on more stretching, you guys. We need to work on more toning with, get down and really do some push-ups and sit-ups, the old-fashioned calisthenics truly work. And then I also do have a new magazine out just dedicated for people over 50 to realize that you can feel good and you're still young. You got to keep going, you guys. If you rest, you'll rust.
You mentioned to me earlier the new magazine is on newsstands this week, correct?
Yes, it just came out. so proud of it. It's over 100 pages of great information about staying healthy, sleeping better, recipes, eating right, beating stress, ending sag, around the waist or around our arms. So when we wave goodbye, nothing will jiggle. Just all dedicated for people over 50. And it's in all the newsstands. It's at the grocery store. And I'm really excited about it. It will be coming out every single season, 4 times a year. So I'm proud.
Very cool.
Great.
All right, the
Always
Clubhouse.
trying to, reinvent, because, at different times of your life, you have different ideas to eat differently, even move differently. So really, truly, I'm kind of, I'm always, talking to the top doctors about what's the best thing to eat in the morning. Do you believe in flaxseed? Yes. Just all the best information so I could let people know what I gather up and truly do myself.
Okay, so the Clubhouse gang here,
Yes.
we certainly follow your 5 types of staying young at heart. Can you tell our audience a little bit about those ideas?
Well, the whole idea is to have a good attitude and to think more positive, because as we age, we kind of get down on ourselves and give up a little. And I just don't want that to happen, because you want to live a good, long life. You want to live it well. And so it's in the attitude. It's in your optimistic outlook is so important. I tell people, when I was with Barbara Bush back in the day, she used to say, people have a choice. You could either be a grouch or you could be happy. It's up to you. And I've always thought about that. Like, honestly, it is. Okay, you got to change your attitude to really help your mind. And even more so now with our pandemic and being stuck in the house for so long, we really need to wake up grateful and say, got to do more in our day than you think you can. And you can.
See, Mark, you have a choice.
Yes.
She's telling you.
Don't be a grouch.
David, I've been very much happier now that I've been following Denise's program. So there.
Thank you, Mark.
So ha to you. Oh, and I want to go back to Jeff for a second, your husband. He must be happy with UCLA in the
last night it was so exciting. Oh gosh, it was a nail biter. We watched to the very end, and
Denise, stay with us. We're going to go to a commercial break. Rob, over to you.
We'll take a break. We'll come right back with more with Denise Austin right after this on the Clubhouse, 1490 AM, 105.5 FM, and WGCH.com.
Are you good?
I'm great. Thank you.
You are great. Yes.
You're amazing.
I love it. How long have you all been together as the Clubhouse?
We've been married. Oh, sorry.
Mark and I.
This is my 18th year of the Clubhouse. We've
Oh,
had different
that's awesome.
sides.
And I've been around since roughly 05. And Dave, you and Mark have known each other forever.
Well, we've known each other forever, but I don't know how long I've been on the show. How long have I been on the show? 3 years? 4 years?
Well, you finally broke into the show, Dave, but you weren't talking about something.
Forced my way in. So obnoxious that Mark let me join.
Do you all live in the same town?
No, we all live, I don't know, maybe a half hour apart, give or take. A little farther with Dave and
Stand by,
Bob.
we're coming back.
On 1490 WGCH.
Welcome back to the Clubhouse at 7:45. Denise was asking us in a break where we all are. Mark, you're in Bedford these days?
Yes.
Dave is still in delightful New Canaan, Connecticut.
Oh,
Bob is down in Greenwich, Connecticut, and I'm still up in Mahopac, New York.
Oh, great. All East Coast. Well, we lived for 32 years in Washington, D.C., because that's where Octagon is, where Jeff runs the basketball division. But now we live in Los Angeles. So I'm born and raised in Los Angeles. So is my husband. So we're back home with all of our 5 brothers and sisters. We each have 5 on each side. So we're lucky to be back together. And well, it was hard through the pandemic not to see them all, but we're here with them all.
Now, speaking of the beach, Denise.
Yes.
That Sarah and I have been doing these workouts with you. Your beach video is incredible. Where you're actually, you're doing the workout on the beach, and I'm in my living room going, Denise, this is, I know it's a tape show, but it was like, that's a nice backdrop.
Yes, well, I try to take the fitness out of it so you can look at the beach. You can take your mind away and see some beautiful scenes, especially when you're in the deep of winter. So not now, but usually a lot of people, I did this for 24 years on my TV show. Every week, a different place, a different resort. I was first for 10 years on ESPN, and then I went to Lifetime TV for 14 more years. And through the years, I sold 25 million exercise videos and DVDs. And now you can't sell a darn one of them anymore. It's done. It's over.
True.
But I got to get all my TV shows back on my website. So if anyone loves to do kind of my retro TV shows, they're all up there, or new workouts that I've been doing too. So.
Well, you definitely struck while the iron was hot, Denise.
Yes, well, good timing for my age at that time. Now it's a whole new world for my daughter. It's all YouTube or Instagram and also her app. So it's kind of fun. And she gets me on Instagram. She helps me with my social media.
Perfect.
All right, so I want to go to nutrition. My youngest daughter, is a nutritionist from New Hampshire, University of New Hampshire. But you have tasty, healthy food recipes. How?
Well, I take kind of the good old fashioned foods, like fried chicken, and I do it instead of put the oil, I do it in the bake in the oven. So I love fried chicken. We make that a lot, but I still use a little of the bread, but I don't deep fry it. Then let's say some pastas, instead of heavy sauce, I use just a little olive oil, salt and pepper, and a lot of basil. So I touch it up with some herbs, so it tastes a little better. And I've got all my recipes online at deniseaustin.com and also in my new magazine. So I come up with new recipes all the time. And I have a nutritionist that works with me to make sure it has all the, good nutrients our body needs. I truly believe in lots of fruits and vegetables. And I do have a hamburger once in a while. I have a glass of wine. I do believe the 80-20 rule: eat well 80% of the time and have your treats 20% of the time. That way you're balanced, your moderation. And I've lived that way ever since I was an athlete. So, and still am an athlete. I can still do handstands and cartwheels.
Whoa.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, and because it is, you can enjoy yourself and still get in shape, which is
all right. So 30 minutes most days a week. If walking, you guys, walking is the most underrated fitness routine that anyone can do. It really works. It works your heart. It gets a cardiovascular health going. Walking is a great form of exercise. If you get out there, pump your arms, the more muscles you're using, the more calories you're burning. So get out there and move as much as you can. Walking is awesome.
There's a guy that walks through my neighborhood, and he flails his arms as he's walking. It's like you got to move out of the way by a whole lane as you're driving past him. It's wild.
I bet he looks pretty trim though.
Yeah, he actually does. Yeah,
it's helping him.
Hey Bob, just stay away from his arms so you don't get smacked in the head when you're walking around there.
You dodge it.
All right. The concept of health in a hurry. What I think in the world, everybody's busy, even though, but some of the concepts you have, Denise, are really cool that you can, if you move and do stuff, maybe only 5 minutes or 10 minutes a day. Tell us all a little bit about that, because I think sometimes people get, I got to work out for 2 hours. You don't have to work out for 2 hours.
No, I don't work out for 2 hours. I am a true believer in whenever throughout the day, we're awake 16 hours, most of us, hopefully we're getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, which is so important. But when we're awake, try to think of all the ways you can move and stand up out of your chair, because the second you stand up, you burn more calories than you do sitting down. And of course, sitting burns more calories than lying down. So think of it as your body being more of a fat burner throughout the day, because it's really important to move our muscles and circulation is what's keeping us young. So make sure you get up out of the chair often. I try to do about 2 minutes every hour on the hour of little stretching, just even if I'm stuck in the chair, writing magazines or books, I still move my muscles. I twist my waistline. I bring my arms up over my head to stretch my spine. So all of that helps in a course of a day. So you can work out for 30 minutes, but then if you sit for the rest of the 15 hours you're awake, it's not that good for you. So you want to kind of move throughout the day too.
So I've also seen yoga, which, when you think of Denise Austin, sometimes you might think of exercise, obviously, nutrition and well-being, but you also have a great yoga video. And how'd you learn that? Or is that just part of the whole picture?
Well, yoga, I started about 25 years ago because I have my TV show called Fit and Light, and I filmed it from spas all over the country. So I would, talk to a lot of yoga instructors, and 25 years ago. So I was training, being a gymnast, all of it came very natural for me because, I performed and I stretched, I was flexible, and Pilates is the same. It's working the abs in the same strength as like handstand, because you have to think about your core muscles so much. So a lot of it came really natural. And now, my yoga routines are one of the most watched on my website. So people have really enjoyed the yoga workouts. I have 10-minute yoga ones, 15-minute, 20-minute, and even a 30-minute, because everyone wants to kind of squeeze it in. Maybe they go for a walk and come back and do the yoga for 10 minutes.
Denise, your career fascinates me because not everybody can have the sustainability that you've had. How have you done it? How have you stayed, you've stayed really successful for a very long time. How have you done it?
You know what? I really don't know. There's no plan, but I just love
We're not going to talk about it. Go ahead.
I constantly am thinking, I what people want, and I ask people constantly, through social media, but I used to even on my TV show, and what kind of video do you want next? And so I really listen to people, and I enjoy people, and I enjoy helping them realize that it doesn't take that much to feel a little better. So we can always improve, and it's never too late to begin even a 10-minute walking routine every morning. So I think of ideas constantly, and I throw them out there and I get it done.
It's remarkable. Really is.
It is remarkable.
And I truly am a learner. I love to learn. I love to, I'm a curious person. So I was on the President's Council with both President Bush's. So I, on physical fitness and sports. So I've kept up with a lot of the top 20 people that were on the councils that are doctors in different fields. And I question them all the time about things. So I feel like I'm on the, kind of the pulse of the changes, and I try to stay on top of that. And having now my daughter in the business, she also teaches me other ways to stay relevant in the social media world. So I kind of am enjoying that too. Music and, routines and all that keeps me young.
So our audience, as you know, we have some women, but we also have obviously a male demographic. And yet I think, and speaking personally, guys, I've done some of the Denise works, and it's really great. Denise, tell us, it's not just for women. You are looking at, men as well, correct?
Oh, yes, because I work out with my husband most every day. We work out together ever since the pandemic, for sure. We, exercise every single morning. We wake up, we have our coffee, we work out, and then we have a breakfast. We still read the newspaper every morning, all three, New York Times, LA Times, and Wall Street Journal. So we still are paper people, and then we get right into our workout. We're early risers. We go to bed early. We love sports. Of course, we're watching all the NBA, and now the Final Four this weekend is going to be exciting. So, and I love football, and I love all sports. We still watch all the tennis whenever it's on now.
All right. So, what is your favorite baseball team?
The Dodgers, of course, now that I'm in Los Angeles.
All
I
right.
did love the Washington Nationals, and I loved them when they won. And then being here in Los Angeles the last 5 years, the Dodgers have, won last year, but they had a run at before against those Astros.
Well, you've got in this audience, you've got a Yankee fan, a couple of Yankee
I
fans,
love the Yankees. I still love them.
and Dave's a Mets fan.
Wow, you got a little spread there.
And
My dad played on St. Louis Browns in
There you go.
1946 and 47.
Nice.
Joe Patnich.
Nice.
Yeah,
That was
that's
a
very
long time
cool.
ago. He played at Loyola here in Los Angeles.
Nice.
Yes.
so Denise, before we run out of time, tell our audience where they can get all this wonderful information and they can connect with you and learn more about Denise Austin.
Yes, follow me on Facebook at Denise Austin or on Instagram, or go to my website for free workouts at deniseaustin.com. You could find my magazine, Fit Over 50, in all the grocery stores. They're out today. And then my Ever Better Bites are the snacks I've talked about that everyone's loving. Guys are really loving this too. I can't keep it in the house from the athletes that love it, that come over. And they're at everbettersnacks.com. So also on my website. So, and Amazon. So it's exciting.
Well, thank you so much. You've been a wonderful guest and really appreciate you. And you're welcome back in the Clubhouse anytime.
Oh, thank you, Clubhouse. Woo!
Couple minutes
Bob,
left.
over to you.
Couple of minutes left. Where do you want to go before we say goodnight? We've got basically a minute or so.
Well, I just wanted to wrap up the show. We had a great night, and Denise was awesome. And
Oh, great.
we're looking
Loved
forward
it.
to seeing Joe in a few weeks. So, yeah, great show.
Yeah, good stuff. Dave?
Listen, guys, it's been a lot of fun. That's amazing. She's an amazing woman and just a great show. Thank you for having me.
Bob, any words of wisdom from you tonight?
I don't think so. I'm sorry. I was going to try to talk Formula One racing, but not tonight. Not tonight.
All right, just to give you a quick wrap up, April 28th, not the next show, but April 28th, Ron Bloomberg
Nice.
will
There
be
we
joining
go.
us on the Clubhouse with his new book about Thurman Munson.
I am very excited for that, and that'll set us right up. Remember, Major League Baseball starts tomorrow, and minor league baseball is not far down the road. And by the way, those Hudson Valley Renegades tickets went on sale today. Individual tickets on sale today, guys. So
there you go.
Pretty
Hey,
exciting.
Rob, when's the home opener?
Home opener is May 11th. May 11th. Game time 7:05. Pre-game show probably right around 6:55 or so, somewhere around there. It should be right around there. Anyway, that'll do it for this edition of the show. Our thanks to our guest tonight, Joe Egan, and she is great, the great Denise Austin. We will see you in a couple of weeks. Looking forward to it. For Bob Small, Dave Toromio, Mark Jeffers, I'm Rob Adams saying goodnight from the Clubhouse on 1490 AM, 105.5 FM, and WGCH.com. Enjoy opening day. We'll see you next time. Good night, everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I sent you a couple screenshots, Mark.
I have my usual little joke. Did Denise leave us
I
Yeah,
believe
she
she
go.
did. I
Who
thought
was
she was
that?
going to hang around for a minute.
for the post-show cocktail?
I think she likes you.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I was afraid to drink
Hey.
in front of her.
I never knew her husband was an NBA agent. Did you?
We are
Yes.
off all social media.
We are off all social media.
Good.
Yep.
Good show.
Yes.
Let me stop recording here.